Hello guys. I hope you are all doing well and welcome to another episode of our Arduino series. So in this episode, we'll move beyond the basics that we have learned in episode number 1 and learn how to use a simple push button as an input device with the Arduino. In this episode, you will understand how digital input works and how a simple push button can control an output. And with this, you will also understand how a simple user interaction can bring any projects to life. So this episode builds a strong foundation for creating interactive Arduino applications. So with this, let's start with writing a simple Arduino code. Now, this is a code that I have written where where I will I will use a push button to press. When push button is pressed, the LED will be on. When is the push button is released, the LED will be off. So now let's see. I will explain the code. So as you can see, I have already defined the the pins of the Arduino which will be used where the push button as well as the LED is connected. So I have declared these pins outside the white setup and the white setup because these pins will be used and it will be used in the in anywhere in the code. So these three pins are known as the first three lines. The first lines of the code are known as the global variables because they can be you access throughout the program anywhere. They have uh, infinite lifetime and they don't disappear once the function is executed. So first line says that int, because it's integer, the button pin is equal to 2, which means that the push button is connected on Arduino pin number 2, which is a digital pin. Then we have the LED pin equal to 13, which is known as where the LED is connected on pin number 13. Then we have the button state, which is equal to 0, which means that it is it is defined where the state of the button is low. If it is low, or you can say it's logic 0. Then inside the white setup, we have the pin modes where we define what kind of these pins of Arduino pins represents. So LED pin is output where Arduino sends the signal to the LED, and button pin is input because the Arduino will receive the signal from the button itself. Then we have while loop, while loop. So inside while loop, the button state is equal to digital read button pin. So this represents because we have used digital read. Why we have used digital read? Because the the push button is connected on the digital side of the Arduino, the digital pins of Arduino, which is from 0 to 13 pins. So that's why we have used digital read, where it will continuously check whether the button is pressed or not. If it's a high, then it means that the button is pressed. If it's low, then button is not pressed. For that, we have used a loop. We have used an if else loop where it will be checked. So if button is pressed, then it is high. Then it will if the button state is high, that means the button is pressed. Then the LED will be on, else it will be low. Okay, so now we will upload this program into our Arduino Uno board. Before uploading the code in the Arduino, let's have a look at the connection diagram. So we have an LED which is connected to the pin number 13 of the Arduino board with a resistor in series, and that is connected to the ground. Then we have a push button where one terminal is connected to the plus 5 volt and another terminal which is connected to the pin 2 of the Arduino board, and there is also a resistor connected at the same terminal. Why we connect a resistor at the same terminal? This to to define a stable logic level. The register, this one register which is a 1K register, this prevents the Arduino input from floating when the button is not pressed. If the button is not pressed, the register forces the pin to read a known value, whether it is a high value or a low value. So when the button is pressed, this button overrides the register and changes the pin state. This ensures that there is a reliable and noise-free button reading. So let's upload our code into the Arduino and see what happens. So now let's upload our Arduino code into the Arduino. So before that, make sure that the Arduino port is connected to the joint system, and in Arduino IDE, we go to tools, then port. It should be to a COM port where like I have written COM here, it is COM 6 in bracket Arduino UNO. Okay, now let's upload this code by clicking this button. Now it's uploading. It's first will compile and upload. It's done uploading. As you can see, when I press the button, the LED is on. When I remove it, release the button, the LED is off. On, off, on, off. So this is how you use a simple push button that to interface with the LED. Now let's do one more thing. Now what I will do is I will once I will press the button and release it, the LED should be on, remain on. When I press it again, the LED will be off. Can we do it? Let's find out. This is the code for another push button program. So here the first 5 lines are the global variables, where the first 3 lines of already told you just a little while ago. So now the fourth and fifth line, we have written the end last button state is equal to 0. This ensures that it stores the previous button reading. Then we have the LED state, which is low, which means the LED will always start from 0. It will be always off. Then we have in this void setup the pin modes. The LED pin is input, the LED as an output. Then we have a third line where it is I have written the digital write LED pin is a comma LED state, which means that it will ensure the LED will start in 0 mode, that the LED state which is low will write in the LED pin. Then we have the loop function which will run indefinitely in finite times, where the button's first line is button state. So button states is equal to the digital read button pin. It will read whether the button is pressed or not. Then I've inside a loop, inside the if statement, if button state is not equal to last button state, it will check the button state if the button state changes. This will prevent multiple toggles while the button is held down. So if the button is pressed, if button state is equal to high and LED state is not equal to LED state, means the LED, it means it will toggle the LED, toggles the LED. Then digital write, it will update the LED. If the button is pressed, the LED state what was the previous one, if it is 0, then it will update to, it will be toggled to its opposite. Will If it's 0, then it will go to 1. Then we have, it will store the button state. It will come out from this loop, this if statement, and it will get stored into the last button state, which was 0. Then this is the delay for small delay for any debounce, any debounce. Sometimes it's sometimes these are the mechanical buttons because the push buttons are mechanical buttons, so it will make create some noise. So this will help us to prevent such things. So this is the code for our second program. So let's upload this and see what happened. Connections are same. Now let's upload the code. And first of all, let's check the port is COM6 or not. The port is COM6. Now let's upload this program. Now it's compiling and uploading is done. So now you can see when I press this button and leave it, the LED remains on. And now if I press it again, the LED switched is LED gets off. So this is another magic of Arduino, of using Arduino. This is another magic. So I hope you understood this one. This is the best thing to work with Arduino, where you can use any you can do Arduino in any number of projects. You can create any. It's just simple. Okay. So I hope you understood this episode is you understood this episode. You understood this how a push button is used with Arduino. You can use a push button to turn off any to two LEDs. You can try it. You can even try it and let me know in the comment section. Okay. I hope you understood our to this episode of the Arduino series. This was the episode number 2. So if you're new to this channel, so I request you to please like this video and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for any future notifications. See you in the next episode. Till then, thank you very much.